Living in a different environment than the one was born in can be very challenging. For most new immigrants, the issues can range from finding accommodation through translation services to more complex issues like migration and other legal matters. It is at times like these that one finds the true value of community. This is the community offered by a group of African nationals from the length and breadth of sub-Saharan Africa who came together one day in the year 2006. The Bronx is a major hub for African immigrants to the United States in the New York area. It offers a welcoming atmosphere which most African immigrants can appreciate, from a variety of markets offering specialties to an army of helpful cab drivers. But it has not always been like this. Years ago, a Togolese-born businessman, Junaidu Abdullahi Titipina, came to the United States chasing the legendary American dream. He set up business in the Bronx but was forced out after he was robbed at gunpoint. Other African migrants were also facing different forms of problems with no common front to push grievances or to plan common projects. Perhaps this was a wake-up call that would end up in one of the finest organizational drives among Africans living abroad. And perhaps to the devout Muslim, there was a twist of the surreal in all of this.
I was sleeping, and in the dream when Malcolm X came to me and asked me to wake up and go organize my people. And it was like a joke because my English wasn't good at all. And a week later, Dr. King came and confirmed that go, we are going to help you. So I started thinking about how am I going to do it, and ideas and possibilities was just coming on my way. And I end up calling all African nations by sending letters of invitation to the consulate and embassies. And those who responded was about 11 countries. And from 11 now we are about 25 countries.
After this, Mr. Titi, as is famously known, decided to take practical steps. He saw a bigger picture than organizing within the confines of his tiny country, Togo. He reached out to leaders from other African communities in the New York area, and the African People Alliance was born.
In 2006, when we were all invited one day by him and said, guys, there's a mission that came to me that we have to look at it. And we have to sit down and discuss and see what we can do. And people were invited all over Africa. And day one, we were there from Nigeria, Ghana, Benin, Togo, Niger. Everybody were there. So he brought that idea that, you know what, there are so many opportunities in this country that if we organize ourselves, we can help those who don't know and also help ourselves. That's how we come to form African People Alliance.
And I remember in the Bronx, somewhere at the Catholic school, if I'm not mistaken, near Fordham, where we sat, and many names were proposed, and it was put to vote, and African Alliance came out to be the best name, which we adopted, and we all agreed to it, and we painted our signature as a sign of agreeing to the name which qualified for what we wanted to be.
Our first meeting was to understand our mission and vision. And the second meeting, I asked question, what can we do to be effective from now on? And it was to help people on immigration. And our first emphasis was immigration clinics. So we were having immigration clinics between 2008 and 2010, every second week of each month.
We had the New York, the NILAG, New York Legal Assistance Group, who've been assisting African People Alliance with the community and helping people getting their green card, and also give them advice.
Since then, the organization has been active, rallying together to the defense of many African immigrants who need one form of support or the other.
We help people with the housing, and we were able at least to stop 4 deportations, and we work in partnership with the Congressman Jose Serrano. He has been a good father and our congressman. So we also partner with the Fordham University, where we always hold our Black History Month celebrations.
It's very important to Fordham University to welcome the immigrant community here in the Bronx. Fordham University was started by an immigrant 175 years ago. He was from Ireland, and he realized that there was a tremendous amount of prejudice against the Irish being educated here in this country. So he started a school and for immigrants. So we consider ourselves a college for immigrants, and we're welcoming to the immigrant community here in the Bronx. The African People's Alliance is welcome here at Fordham.
The organization also reaches out to help individuals and groups on the continent who may need their support.
We also did for Somalia. People were dying for hunger. By the time we were taking action, people were already there. So we found that it wasn't necessary to buy food. It was more necessary to buy something that can help families to sustain. And we bought sewing machines to the women in Somalia, at least 10 sewing machines.
In recognition of the fact that the African community's greatest asset is its youth, the APA spares no opportunity to involve, mentor, and nurture them.
We know one day they are the one who should take over. We've been trying to mobilize the youth, and all the time we give them many role to play.
One thing that I'm definitely looking forward to is being more hands-on with the organization, especially when it comes to our youth. I'm a strong believer that as youth, like, we are going to be the next generation to take over. So I feel that, especially with our elders, that once we're under leadership and we see what they're doing and the steps that they're taking, we can always go above and beyond.
We also have our team, our soccer team, our youth soccer team, that we are so proud of. Our youth play every Sunday in Claremont Park.
And we also try to integrate with other Black communities, like the Garifuna community, the African American community. So there was a lot of integration, a lot of getting together as one people.
As a progressive society, the APA challenges many of the stereotypes against African cultures by being a beacon of morality, equality, and justice. Women are at the center of all of this.
With the challenges that we face in the continent, you have 54 countries, you have very different ways and cultural habits, and we know that sometimes traditionally and culturally, women are left behind. Sometimes children are left behind also. So he thought it was very important to have a female representation in the organization.
I'm an advocate, and at the same time I was the secretary of APA. So there was a place for us, and I tried to get more women involved in the organization. So there was a place and there's still a place for African women.
We all work hand in hand, We're in America, so we can't think backwardness in terms of female, being like secretaries or, being assistants to the president, who's Titi. Whenever he has any issues come up, we all work hand in hand. So I'll say we're partners.
The world is so small that things are changing. And if you can see this time, without woman, nothing is moving. Because if we have challenges, women, they progress in so many things faster than men.
As a woman being in this new generation, one, you can carry yourself with respect, and two, get things done. You don't have to look at outsiders or the things of your neighborhood to define you and who you are. You have to beat and dance to your own drum.
As proof of this, the APA was instrumental when a young African migrant, Nafissatou Diallo, who was working as a hotel room attendant, was sexually assaulted by a powerful banker and diplomat.
Then they say he's going to be the next president of France. Then I say, oh my God. And I was crying. I said, they're going to kill me. I said, they're going to kill me. I'm going to die.
The Alliance threw its full force behind Ms. Diallo to ensure justice is served.
Nafissatou Diallo, our sister from Guinea, who was raped by a French diplomat in Manhattan Hotel. We were there not only for her. We were there on behalf of all our women, including our mothers, sisters, and daughters.
APA was very instrumental in her case and getting her justice. Basically, we teamed up with Senator Bill Perkins of Harlem, and you know, we fought hard and strong, and in the end, she got justice.
So justice was done, and Nafissatou Diallo now, you know, she's proud of what we did for her, and we ourselves, I personally, I am so proud of being part of that movement.
The APA has been boots on the ground in times of crisis, like during the Ebola outbreak. Those were trying times for Africans living everywhere. At home, thousands were losing their lives to a strange disease that they had no real defenses against. Abroad, immigrants had to deal with a range of demeaning issues, ranging from being shunned on the subway to children being called names at school. The APA took up the fight against ignorance.
And we were the first organization to stand up for Ebola. We worked from Fordham University, Grand Concourse, to 161st Grand Concourse. And it was under the rain, that's why I have to emphasize. Under the rain, our women and children will work under the rain to let people know that Ebola is not owned by us, but it was brought to us, and it's going to go away.
He went to an event. At one event, he was able to raise about $500 that night. He and I, we went to a whole bunch of stores, and we cleared the stores out. We bought a whole bunch of barrels, about 4 barrels. We bought any cleaning supply, latex gloves, rubber gloves that we could send to Sierra Leone. It made the news, News 1, Channel 12, came and interviewed us. And from there, it sparked a lot of noise in the city. That was actually, APA was the first organization in the state of New York to raise awareness for Ebola.
Collectively, like different churches and other where we congregate, we encouraged them to donate whatever was needed, because all they needed was any form of donation to help people, monetary terms, supplies, and encourage those who had the capacity to travel to go there and work under the UN so that they can save our brothers and sisters.
The APA also tries to be proactive rather than retroactive in their approach to finding solutions for Africa's problems. When the world was shocked with news of a modern-day slavery racket which exploited Africans in Libya, the APA would not sit silent.
Just like, you know, what the slavery which was happening in Libya, what did African Alliance and other organizations did? We took it upon ourselves in working together with other organizations. We staged a demonstration just to sensitize the people, the public, the UN, and the people in charge so that they can act.
The spine of every community, especially one living away from home, is commerce. The APA has made it its work to help influence how indigenous African businesses can benefit from the patronage of the community and vice versa.
How are you?
Hey, how are you, boss?
In recognition of the good work, the APA and its founder have received several proclamations and citations of recognition. For example, in the year 2014, Mr. Titipina was recognized by Congress for his work with the APA. In the citation, the APA received high praise for filling a vital vacuum in providing a point of solace for African migrants in New York.
With Mayor Bloomberg, we had 2 proclamations because we were working very closely, and they get to understand and know how important we are. So they also get to know how many accomplishments we have done in the community and how thoughtful the community has been giving us. So and all that brought to the mayor's attention to give us a proclamation. With the Governor Elliot Spitzer, we work hand in hand. With the Governor David Patterson, we work hand in hand. And the current governor as well, he already presented to us a proclamation certificate that we know as well, he knows what we have been doing so far for the community. So the Congressman Jose Serrano's office has been, our father for this organization. They have been so helpful. But we are looking forward to have more effective action from all those people.
On their part, the APA has honored a number of outstanding politicians and community leaders who have shown more than just a cursory interest in matters affecting African migrants. The leadership of the APA, however, craves a little more engagement with the authorities. The successes of the APA, even if modest, resounds in the individual lives of the recipients and touts the fact that the small acts with the right application can definitely fell a big tree. Looking into the future, the African People's Alliance seeks to do even more for the African migrant community in the New York area and beyond. One of the flagship projects it is taking on is to mark Black History Month every year by launching a school building project in a chosen African country.
Hi everyone, my name is Precious Esekome. I'm from Nigeria. We're trying to build a school. We need your help. So I really need you guys to dig into your pockets, dig deep, bring the mullahs out, and just help us to achieve this goal.
I grew up in Sierra Leone, and I remember going to school. I was fortunate enough to have family overseas, so they were able to obviously fund my education in terms of books, uniforms, even food,
Niger is in need of you, of your donation. We have to think about hand that gives is more higher than hand that receives. Let us be there for our fellow brothers and sisters for Niger. Let us be their keepers.
APA want help to build a school in my country, Niger.
Not only are we doing Ainjad this year, we're doing so many others the following year.
Venez nous aider à construire cette école à la Niger.
Help us build a school in Niger.
Aidons-nous à construire une école au Niger.
So we are calling out everyone, wherever you are, to come out, show out, and support our cause.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and bring a friend and donate to us. Thank you so much.
Help us build the school in Niger. Thank you.